my dog that you hear in the background. And this is my second time trying to film this really quick, spoiler free. I love my dog book review. What can I say except that I adore Sophie Kinsella's stories. I have been a huge fan of hers since her Shopaholic days. In fact, I know I read the first 3 Shopaholic books before I just kind of dropped off from the series. I mean, she had a baby, I get it, marriage, whatever. But I've enjoyed books like 20s Girl, which is just a great chick lit ghost story. I'm just gonna pause for a second here and go give a cookie to that dog of mine. 20s Girl is a great ghost story. If you haven't read it, it's awesome. And so when my Not So Perfect Life came out, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm totally in the mood. Plus, you know, reading slump. I mean, I read Caraval and I was all like excited, and then I picked up 1, 2, 3, you know, 4, 5, 6 books, and right back in the slump I go. So I picked this up because it was different. It's an adult book, and it's Sophie Kinsella. In the story, we meet Katie, who is the fledgling assistant to the ever so wonderful Demetra. Demetra is the boss that, you know, all of us want to have and none of us want to have. She has a brilliant reputation as a marketing branding manager, and she's in this high-flying firm in London doing high-flying Demetra-like things. Katie is very jealous of Demetra's life. Demetra seemingly has it all. She has the husband, she has the kids, and she has these wonderful PR events that she goes to every night. I mean, who doesn't want that life, right? You do when you're in your 20s, but as you get older, you really don't. You just want to go home and, you know, pour a glass of wine and read a book. That's my dream every night. It doesn't happen that way. But so Katie covets Demetra's life. But at heart, Katie is a country girl. She comes from rural England where her dad, who's just a typical Sophie Kinsella character, he is so great. He's a wonderful father, and she has a wonderful stepmother. Her mother passed away when I think she was fairly young or a teen. So the stepmother and the dad are just hysterical. The dad is one of those people who will fall for every scheme that comes along. He tried to have an alpaca farm. He tried to do some sort of thing with sheep farm, cheese, I can't even remember. So they have all this land, and his latest scheme is glamping, and he thinks it would be wonderful if Katie could help him brand the farm and this whole glamping venture, because kids don't get outside, and you know, yeah, we would probably go glamping there, no doubt in my mind. So Katie's trying to help her dad on the back burner, still trying to build her career, trying to change her image to become a Londonite, straight hair and the right clothes and be very Demeter-like, and then things happen. And I'm gonna keep this very spoiler-free. But props to Sophie Kinsella, because something that The Devil Wears Prada did not do, as I recall at least, it didn't really enlighten you on why the boss was the way she was. Here you understand why Demeter is so demanding. You find out kind of her backstory, you find out what's going on with the family, you just find out all the circumstances around why she is the way she is. And at the same time, the story continues with Katie and her career and her family circumstances. Complicating this whole thing is a lovely romance that is just so purely 5-star wonderful, with a guy named Alex who just might be Demeter's boss. You understand how all this works? Oh my gosh. It was a wonderful read. 5 stars. The audiobook is great too. I kind of flipped back and forth from the book to the audiobook, as I tend to do. And I'm just so glad, you guys, Sophie Kinsella is back, and she is writing wonderful books. For YA people that love to read YA, if you haven't checked out her Finding AUDREY, both my daughters and I have read it, and we just adored it. So, yay, Sophie Kinsella's back. What books have you read lately? Are there any great chick lit recommendations that you could make to me? Another one I could make is The Hating Game, and I'll link that video down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with probably an unboxing.